Let's keep it going. The Cardinals dynasty. We've only won a Super Bowl, but it's a dynasty. Too bad he's only a 72 at 25. Jesus. Well, still, though, his XP per upgrade point shouldn't be that bad. All right, we can keep all of the same dudes as our focus in training. Our offense is still the top-ranked offense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why our defense is apparently trash this year. The sim gonna do what the sim gonna do, I guess. All right, so yeah, 85 overall team, a 92 defense now that it's reorganized. I am gonna put Gibbs back as the starter, don't worry. We have some housekeeping to do here before we get back to simming out the season now that we're not really planning on making the playoffs. King Tut, another upgrade. A legitimate 86 as a rookie. Benjamin King Tuttle. Number 99, the greatest 99 in the history of sports. Obviously, Chris Kitchens, we're not going to focus on him as a power back. He's going to be an elusive and a receiving back. We're not even going to bother trying to make him a scheme fit. So he's up to, well, actually, he is an 80 because he's got the plus and the minus. He does get another ability slot, though. Does Chris Kitchens. He unlocked Persistent. So it's easier for him to get into the zone in the second half, and then he's more difficult to knock out of it. It's not bad. And we can auto-upgrade Marquise Brooks. No issue there. I'm still pretty optimistic about this team. I don't think we'll make the playoffs, but we're looking okay. Greens, I mean, that's the thing. Tuttle gives us incentive to at least sim and see what the hell happens afterwards. So Damian Johnson, I'm just going to give you this deal, buddy. 5 years, bring it to age 30. What do you think? Perfect. Damian Johnson sticking around. DeAndre McGee, I'm willing to keep you too. We'll give you a player-friendly deal. 4 years. DeAndre McGee is sticking around. Beautiful. Gene Byron. Honestly, because he's going to be a starter for the rest of the year, I'm going to overpay him now. At the very least, he'll be a depth option making less than $1 million a year. So if it does work out that he develops, then cool. Same for Matt Phelps. He's in the same boat here. 3 years, cheap deal as a depth lineman. I don't hate that. We better make the playoffs since we don't have our own first. Yeah, but even if that first overall pick, even if our pick became the first overall pick, we still got Tut. We win. Like, whoever has that pick, like, cool, you did well, but you still don't have Ben Tut. So you made a mistake, you know? All right, I'm just seeing if there's anybody else. Again, I'm not going to overspend to bring back Glenn Reynolds. That's fine. Is there anybody else? All right, Mitch Skaggs will have a 5th-year option. Rashad Harper, I mean, if he were to go star dev, he'd be worth it, but for now, eh. Marquise Brooks, Burford, Dave Meltzer. I think we might start Meltzer, but I'm not going to sign him right now. Well, you know what? In fairness, it is Dave Meltzer, so fuck it. Oh my god, he actually wants money, though. Fuck. I'll make sure he stays on the team by, like, practice squatting him in future seasons, but the fact he actually wants money at that low of an overall... yeah, we can't do that. Sheldon Steele will have his 5th-year option this year. Okay, I just want to say DeMarvion Overshone is a fucking Key and Peele name. No other way to put it. All right, we are good in terms of contracts right now. Perfect. Perfect. Worked out really, really well. So we do have some staff points that we can put on. We are going to want to do this to make the O-line as good as we possibly can because we just traded our quality. So let's go back to Jay Gordon here. And let's go for the strength boost. And then we won't have other ones. But yeah, the O-line increases are what we're going to be focusing on here with that particular coordinator. And again, our coach is already maxed out, which is awesome. We are going to want to go to our schemes as well. Because we're going to put the young quarterback back in, and we do know that he has some maneuverability. The run and shoot would work. The pistol would work too. It says use a power back, but there's the West Coast spread, which could work. And the guy does have wheels. We do have options here. I mean, we have the offensive talent to run a spread offense for sure. And we have the receivers to make a run and shoot. Let's try a spread offense. And then we're going to go out of the base 4-3 because for whatever reason, it's not working as well as it should. We'll go with that playbook there. So yeah, out of the spread offense then. We can go back to that Baltimore playbook. Maybe. There are a couple of different options when you think of scrambling quarterbacks. Honestly, the Chicago playbook might not be the worst. Miami playbook could be pretty good for us too. Let's go with the Miami playbook. I'm willing to go with that. Let's go reorganize the depth chart, get back to simming, and hope that we get a quarterback breakout this season. And who knows, maybe we still make the playoffs, maybe we don't. Either way, I'm kind of good with it. I think we, again, have future-proofed ourselves pretty well. So Logan Gibbs is back in. We got Kitchens as the starting running back. It's going to be weird the first time we see this team in action. Very, very weird. Deontay Ingram is now the tight end. It's so weird. So Mitch Skaggs at left tackle. We got Harper, Chavez. We're going to put Gene Byron in instead of Burford. And fuck it, Big Dave Meltzer. Let's do it. Still got Chest, Tuttle, Steele, and McGee. The linebackers are set up so well. The corners are still looking amazing. But the change here is that we want Travis Rivers as the starting free safety now. That is the way to do it. Kick return has it as Kendrick Justice. That's fine by me. Kickoffs, McPherson. Let's give it to Wright. He's got the power. Long snapper's fine. Third down back needs to be Kitchens. Kitchens is the first option no matter what. Slot receiver, we want that to be Justice, who we are trying to train up. We got Chest on the left, Tuttle on the right. And we want it to be Steele and then McGee there. Johnson in the middle. Slot corner can be Rose or Moore. Good. Good. So the team...
Fanboy.
What are we looking at here? T-Neck, thank you for the follow. 85 overall. That's not bad. Beyond the deadline we go. And into our bye week, we play the 5-2 Lions. This could go a long way in determining what the rest of this season will be. We only lose by 2 points. So not bad, but obviously, again, it is another loss. Who knows what would have happened if we stayed the course, but I do think it's for the best. Let's get team morale up there. It's so important. Try to turn things around a little bit after that loss and after those trades. We got the weekly strat in there. But yeah, 41, just under $41 million in available space right now. And that is with cap penalties as well for the trades. So we've rebounded well. To be honest, though, I have those other new younger players. I need to redo the weekly training next week. Get some of the guys who are like 25 years old out of there and get those new guys in at running back, at tight end. So let's see. We're at 3-5. See if either the Niners or the Rams win to bring them to 5 wins on the season. They both lost. And now we play our old friends in Seattle, who, surprise, surprise, have a losing record despite having our old quarterback, Dennis Payne, who only has 9 touchdowns and 5 picks despite making, what, $400 million? I think we cashed out at the right time. He's going to kick the shit out of us this week, but I think we cashed out at the perfect time, not even the right time. Let's contain the scrambling because he didn't take off that much. So that should help us accomplish that goal. All right, so back to the weekly strat. The fact we have the same amount of wins as Seattle is hilarious. So let's redo the setup here. So Christian White. Again, we're not really going to add in Phelps or Byron, I don't think. At least not yet. Yeah, Deontay Ingram needs to be in there yesterday. Marco Macklin, the legend himself. Chris Kitchens needs to go in there. Then we have Justice or Skaggs. Okay. So Justice or Skaggs. Let's get Chris Kitchens in there. Was there another 25-year-old, Damian Johnson? Let's go for the Justice will probably get enough time. Let's go for Skaggs. Trying to improve the O-line. Our defense, by the way, now up to 15th ranked. Not bad at all. Yeah, we'll keep Tut and Steele in there for obvious reasons. Again, Tut might hit a 90 overall as an X factor in his rookie season. He is shaping up to be the best draft pick we've ever had. Chest might be injured. That's not good. That's not good at all. What do we got for player upgrades here before we take on Seattle? All right, Deontay Ingram gets his first upgrade. Not much of a blocker. We won't bother to try to train him up in that regard. He is just an outright receiver threat. Shout out to Rib Salad for the follow, by the way. What a name, though. What a name. Can't get over it. Yeah, Deontay Ingram. Not quite the same type of player as Lonnie was, but that's okay. I think Glenn Reynolds a little bit better here. He looks like the fucking guy from Cousin Skeeter, who was also in Coach Carter. I don't know that actor's name, but shout out to him. Joey Maine, to a 75, playing like a 76. Not bad. Tight end that we took in the last draft. We got Gene Byron getting a little bit better. Again, just try to train him up a little bit. What the hell is that actor's name? Now I gotta know. Now I gotta know. Robert Richard. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. I wonder what he's up to nowadays. How old are you? God, he's 40. Oh my God. Getting old. Getting old, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What kind of ribs though? Beef, short, baby back, St. Louis. Hungarian. Catcher, depends on how long you were away for. Can we beat Seattle? The Seattle Seahawks. Can we beat Seattle? 10-3. Why does Seattle suck? Oh my God, we beat Dennis Payne again. Jesus. We blew it up at the deadline again. But we are 4-5 after surviving Seattle 10-3. Who's the injury? Well, it's that new left tackle, Mitch Skaggs, who we just picked up. Breaks his ankle. He is out for the season. That hurts. That is not ideal. He'll still be a decent player, but Dennis is still a Cardinal at heart. Fair. Fair. Well, Matt Phelps, congratulations. You're the new starting left tackle. He does have star dev, so you never know. Yeah, that hurts a bit. But up to 4-5, we are actually on tiebreaker in first place in the division right now. You never know what could happen. Dennis Payne is a special player. But we knew how to prepare for Dennis Payne Just get him to throw 6 interceptions in a game. Screw the prospect spotlight. We do have the focus player. I don't have a preferred target here. Oh my god, that corner, Will Ingram. The problem is, like, there isn't that one position. Like, we're looking for a couple of different things now to improve the team. We're not going to need a quarterback, although, Jesus, the two that are there. We might have to look at one of those two as a steal. Of course, there's good quarterbacks now. We already have Kawhi Dickens is a great name. We already have the replacements. Wide receivers will be taken care of on their own. We do need to find a really good... Actually, no, we don't need to find a really good tight end. We need O-line help, but that is what it is. I don't think we needed anybody defensively. We need a safety. We need a young safety. But we can look at... You know what? Those friggin' quarterbacks. Let's look at Bryson Brown, Kevin Dillinger, and then this guy here, Bruce Bulla. That's the way. Just in case our guy isn't the guy, but then again, we took him 7th overall. He kind of needs to be the guy. But if one of those two guys slips down the board, then maybe we take the penalty of trading our other quarterback. It's at least worth keeping an eye on the situations going on with this upcoming draft. All right, Joey Maine, we don't want in there, so we can put somebody else in there now. I mean, Marco at 25, Eli Rose, Kendrick Justice at 24. You can get that new spot. That's good. They fixed the glitch where it shuts out the training slot. Devs, thank you for the lurk. Enjoy some fine sleep. We'll catch you tomorrow. Keep forgetting how late it is. Keep forgetting how late it is. A damn late start, you know? We're up to an 86 overall team again. Crazy. Holy upgrades. Here we go. Damian Johnson is turning into a beast of a linebacker. My goodness. Whew. What about King Tut? Dude, he might actually hit a 90. He's an 87 as a rookie. Outrageous. Takes him less than 6,000 XP to get an upgrade, too. Sheldon Steele. Still playing like an 85, but again, we make him more well-rounded. This friggin' defense, man. Even though we, again, lost the safety, like, holy hell. Christian White, again, I want you better in pass coverage because everything else is pretty well-rounded. He's up to an 84. Why not go ahead and upgrade these guys too? Geo Moore, make you better man-to-man. Why does this song remind me of the time Hulk Hogan played guitar and sax in the 80s? How dare you, sir, compare the Jay Giles band to Hulk Hogan? That would get you shot in New England. How dare you? The pride of Worcester being compared to Hulk Hogan. Get the fuck out of here. In honor of Dave Meltzer's great friend Brian Alvarez, -5 stars to you. Unreal. Boy, Dave Meltzer's not very good at football, though. You know, in wrestling, there's a lot of former football players, but unfortunately, that expertise doesn't quite carry over to being a good player. But damn it, he's our mid offensive lineman. He's our scumbag, as they say. All right, I'm going to save up staff points for a little bit longer. If we beat Tennessee here, we get back to 500 and could very well keep pushing for a playoff spot. We lose 24-17. Niners are now 1 game up. We take on the Colts. The NFC least. Or would it be Weast, I guess, technically? It's a short week. We love the short week. Get 4 offensive touchdowns. LOL. Pretty sure Hogan said this band offered him a spot and he turned him down. That was Metallica. But maybe this band too. Or maybe that's the reference you were making. And now I realize that after I say it. Because that's all that fucking guy does is lie. That's it. That is it. Like, when I think of dishonest people, like, if you had the habitual liar Olympics, Hogan might not win the gold, but holy hell, he'd at least be on the podium and really give whoever wins the gold a run for their money. He would. He's a Hall of Famer in that regard. Ooh, Marco Macklin. Another upgrade point for Marco. Now a legitimate 98 overall. I know that the trade up for Marco Macklin put us into a weird spot, cap-wise, but it is also the catalyst that helped propel us to the Super Bowl, and he is still the reason as to why we could end up eventually winning another one. Logan Gibbs continues to get better, but man, Logan, you either need a breakout or you got to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, my man. One or the other. Let's try to make Zamel Fells a little bit better. He was always star dev. You were thinking of someone else who was normal. The tight end we drafted was normal. A different quarterback we had was normal dev. A couple of them, actually. All right. If we lose to the Colts and fall to 4-7, that is probably our season done. So let's see if we'll have hope down the stretch. We will not. We lose 23-20. The games that we are losing are close, but yeah, we're not going to make the playoffs this year. We do pick up an injury as well. 3-week injury to Khalid Callahan. That really hurts the defense. Not good to see Khalid missing time. Yeah, we're down to 4-7. Although every other team in our division is only on 5 wins. We're actually not out of it. There is a chance. We do have to keep winning from here, and losing Khalid Callahan doesn't help. But technically, we're not totally boned when it comes to the playoffs. But at the same time, I don't even know if a scheme change or anything like that would help. I think we just are what we are. And if we win, cool. And if we don't, it is what it is, right? This is kind of already the season that we're looking past. We're looking towards next year to be the one where we can maybe strike back. And maybe make the playoffs and be a real threat again. Next year, though, it's concerning, too, because we have a lot of contracts coming due. Khalid Callahan, for one. DeAndre McGee and his big-ass bowling ball head. He'll be here next year. Backup quarterback Cameron Harden. There is a debate to put Cameron Harden in for the rest of the season. He's going to lose that superstar dev unless we get him a breakout. Do we put in Cameron Harden to try to save the season? Do we put in Cameron Harden for the rest of the season to see if he's the one that can get the breakout? Depends on how Gibbs is ranked for Rookie of the Year. That's fair. Which I don't believe you can check mid-season. What are your thoughts on the dev change? Now you've had more time on it. It can be frustrating. I don't hate it. But overall, it probably is more fun to play the game with it off. All right, so Gibbs is up to 11 touchdowns, 3 picks. He might have a shot for Rookie of the Year. He might. In the one game that Cameron Harden got, though, he did really well. But there is a chance that Gibbs could win Rookie of the Year, depending on what else is happening. I don't think I can do something as far as like end of season awards and see what the voting looks like, though, right? That's not a thing? Or is it? It's showing Lamar Jackson right now. Did Doug Peter? Actually, no, in fairness. So shout out to Jackson for the follow, by the way. Speaking of Jackson, Doug Peterson in Jacksonville. We go to the NFC. Offensive. Okay, so I didn't know you could do this, actually. Gibbs is currently second for Offensive Rookie of the Year behind Dallas's Keelan Castle. We have to leave him in. If he gets that, he goes superstar. And it'll be much easier to get him to X Factor than it will be to get the 26-year-old quarterback. Gibbs stays in. I actually didn't know you could do that. I didn't realize those updated mid-season. That's nice. That is very nice. So now we know. Let's go ahead and spend those deals. I intentionally did not look at Defensive Rookie of the Year because I don't want to know about Tuttle. Because it would break my heart if he's not up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's go ahead and improve the offensive line some more here. Best we can. Especially because it's not the strongest O-line in the world right now. Man. All right, Logan Gibbs. That is our Super Bowl, is Logan Gibbs trying to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. San Francisco, we win this game. We're right back in the playoff hunt. And we do win. We do pick up an injury. Every team in the division is 5-7. It's fucking unreal. Who is the injury to? The injuries could really start to hurt us here. Who is it? It's the third wideout, Kendrick Justice. Another guy that we traded for at the deadline along with Skaggs. So the injuries right now are painful. All injuries are painful, but obviously in terms of like trying to build up some of these younger guys that we acquired, it hurts. But we are in the hunt here. So we get ready to take on the Packers. And because that dude got hurt, do we have anybody else who's 24 or younger with a dev pattern? Not really. There's those two linemen down at the bottom. Yeah. So 25. I mean, Marco Macklin will get an X Factor regardless. Damian Johnson, Christian White. Let's put Christian White in there for training's sake. Man, what a situation we find ourselves in. We could still make the playoffs because of how shit this division is. 5 games left to go this season. 4-8 Green Bay. Van Ness win X Factor. Damn. Chest. Good old Corbin Chest Williams. Now a 95. I'm so glad that like one of the sole survivors is Corbin Williams. What a fucking journey. Have I not set? I thought it auto set people as captains. Whoops, I guess I should do that really quickly. He's got 3 years left. He gets paid a shitload of money. But I mean, dude, he's one of the faces of this team. 2nd round pick in 2025, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Defensive Player of the Season. He's insane. Then there's Matthias Griffin, who's like the best normal dev player I've ever gotten. And again, for those that missed it, his name is Chest because his very first... Oh, Griffin went star dev. Never mind. His very first chance at a breakout, he got injured with chest. That was his injury, was chest. Sheldon Steele keeps getting better. Again, we got this guy for our Super Bowl winning quarterback, and I do not regret it. And then Matt Phelps, we can auto-update here. Let's go name some captains then. I really thought it would just auto-assign captaincy. But, yeah. So with that, again, we can name 6 captains. And it's pretty much going to be like our highest rated dudes, right? It has to be. Like, there's not like a leadership quality necessarily. I mean, Kenny Pickett could be a captain, but Yeah, it's going to be the core that's still here. Let's name Marco Macklin a captain for obvious reasons. He's going to be here for a long time. I'll pay him to make sure. Khalid Callahan, even though he's hurt and could leave next season, he is still going to be captain number 2. I really didn't even notice after all that time. Chest is obviously a captain of this team. No problems there. We got 3 more. I mean, Brandon Bush. Do we name Ben Tuttle the captain immediately? Honestly, Devin Fowler won Super Bowl MVP. He has to be a captain. Can't sleep. Glad you're alive. Dean, glad you're alive. I was going to say, hopefully you're glad I'm alive as well. Deanie, welcome in. Sorry you couldn't sleep, but again, hopefully me yelling at franchise mode helps. It looks like the dog wants out of the room. Give me 1 second here. Here, there we go. Let's put that up for old time's sakes for about 5 seconds here while I let the dog out of the room. I might have to go see if she has to go outside. Give me uno momento. All right. She, in fact, did not have to go outside. She just wanted to go lay in her bed in our living room. Who can blame her? All right. So Devin Fowler, captain number 4. We need 2 more. 2 more. I mean, Bart Flowers probably deserves one at this point, right? Right? Good old fart blowers, as he's been deemed. Captain Bart. I'm here for it. And yeah, you know what? Fuck it. For this season, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett, for as long as you stay as an active player, I'm going to keep signing you, and I am going to name you as a captain. Captain Kenny, who almost got us to the playoffs last year. Captain Kenneth. So stupid. I love it, though. Kenny almost led us to the playoffs. What a legend. All right. Big game against Green Bay. A win keeps us in the lead in the NFC least. And we do win 31-7. The Rams are the only other team to win. So we, with 4 games left to go this season, actually have a shot at making the playoffs. As stupid as that is, DeAndre McGee, a 3-sack week. What a man. What a man, DeAndre. Glad we kept you around, too. Beautiful player. Absolutely beautiful. It's back to the weekly strat. This, and it's Dennis Payne in Seattle again at 5-8. We are undefeated against Dennis Payne so far since he has been traded, which is the dumbest stat line. Just the dumbest. But I'm here for it. Will Dennis Payne continue to lead the way for us? He has been miserable since leaving and going to Seattle. Like, really. 12 touchdowns to 5 picks. They don't know how to use him, and they gave him too much money, so he doesn't have a proper supporting cast. Seattle's boned right now, from what I can tell. Absolutely screwed. We picked the right time and the right team. Because, again, we used Seattle's first along with the other first that we acquired to get King Tut. It just worked out perfectly. Perfectly. Let's sim this game against the Seahawks. Come on, Dennis. Come on, Dennis. Help your boys in Arizona one more time. Come on, Dennis. Yes, Dennis! And we are in sole possession of first place at 7-7. We do have another godforsaken injury, though. Fuck, who is it this time? I was waiting for it. I knew it. I knew he was going to get hurt at some point this year. That could end Logan Gibbs' push for Rookie of the Year. Fuck. I had a feeling that was going to happen at some point this year. We do have our other guy who can step up, but that probably missing the last 3 weeks of the season kills the Rookie of the Year campaign. I was afraid of that. Every time an injury popped up, I was afraid of that. We are going to switch to the air raid, and we are going to let that other guy just fucking ball out and see what the hell he can do. We'll go with the Kansas City playbook. A Mad Newbie, playing while listening. One of my scouts and franchise recommended a mid-round middle linebacker. Is there anything to watch? So, Gav, for the most part, the prospect recommendation that happens towards the middle of the season, I hate to say it, you can pretty much ignore it, in my experience. More often than not, the guy that gets recommended often isn't that good. So, I wouldn't worry about that too much. It's Kenny time. It's not. It's Cameron Harden time. And we're going to hope that, who knows, maybe he gets the breakout at some point over the next 3 weeks. But it is Cameron Harden's team for the rest of the regular season. But yeah, no Logan Gibbs until the playoffs at best. Hurts a lot. That hurts a lot. It takes him out of training as well. Oh, and the glitch is still there. Never mind. Sweet. The glitch is still there, so we do lose a training slot. That sucks. Carnat on the 29 months on that primer. Mr. Titan, how are you? Thank you for still supporting my face. I've done 3 rebuilds, and I've only seen the recommendation be a gem once. There you go. Carnat again, though. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Oh, man, that injury sucks. He had a shot for... We're going to have to see if he was in first. King Tut gets another upgrade. I don't know if he'll quite hit a 90. He would have if I made him better at what he was already good at. But again, we wanted him more well-rounded. So, GM and Scouts like, here, look at this guy. And it's fucking Uncle Rico, basically. It's like, man, you don't have a guy who can throw a high kick. It's like, do I need one? Thanks, Scout. You're crushing it. Keep up the good work. All right, for pain and misery's sake, let's check the awards and see if Gibbs had overtaken... Wow, Josh Leach was up there for options. Was Logan Gibbs with a 99... Ah, shit, I went to the wrong one. With a 99 passer rating. Look at Josh Leach, man. Good for him. I'm glad he found a home in Chicago. And Manny Saucedo was up there, too, for AFC Defensive Player of the Week. So just to know, he was still second behind Castle. Oh, King Tut. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, well, I don't know if he would have won Offensive Rookie of the Year anyway, but Gibbs is hurt. We know he definitely won't win it. It is still likely going to be star dev for him starting next season, which isn't brutal, but it's also not ideal. Meant to go to standings, not back to the roster page. No, I did mean to go to the roster page first. I did. Give me 1 second here. Then we will sim this game against Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. I forget who I sent to the Panthers. We did send someone there. So right now our draft picks, by the way, it's Washington and Cleveland. We're looking at 13 and 24. So, yeah, the Commanders could get us a decent pick. Cleveland's going to be a playoff team. So no biggie there. Let's see how this other quarterback does. We are fighting for our playoff lives after missing last season as defending champions. We win 45-28. And it is now. We're in. We're in, right? We have to be. We're 2 games up, and we had tiebreaker last we knew. I think we've clinched a playoff spot, despite selling. Are we in? It's not 100% confirmed because we could lose to the Niners, and I guess that could affect it. But, man, would we have to drop the ball here to not make the playoffs, which is... kind of crazy. If the season ended today, we would be the 4 seed against Philadelphia. Division winner is the 4 seed. You love to see it. But we haven't won the division yet. We are closing in. Who won the weekly award? Who won it? Who won it? Hart? Oh, dude! Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. 5 touchdown passes, and you're not giving him a breakout moment? Are you out of your mind? I'm instilling my own rule. We're going to take control of Cameron Harden. And yes, Kurt Slater's there. I'm going to play this next game as Cam Harden. And we're going to try to accomplish what the normal rules are for someone to go X Factor. And if we get it, I'm upgrading him. That is insane. 300 yards, 5 passing touchdowns, and it didn't give him the breakout? Are you insane? That's so unfair. How isn't that enough? I'm actually furious. 5 passing touchdowns isn't enough for a breakout. Did they get rid of the other depth chart screen? I know I've seen someone use it. What setting do you have to do? It's adjust lineup. What the hell? I can't believe they didn't give him a breakout moment. He's still superstar dev, yeah. Ain't that a bitch? I don't know for sure if I'm going to do it, because it is technically cheating, but at the same time, it really isn't. Plus, we've already won a damn Super Bowl, but that should be a breakout moment. That is some grade A manure, I say. Pardon my language. 5 passing touchdowns in his second start of the season. And that's not enough to even get a shot at going X Factor. Because if that guy goes X Factor, then all of a sudden our situation at quarterback changes completely. And then we have a Trey Lance on our hands. Granted, it was the 7th pick, not the 3rd. As our running back, Chris Kitchens, gets a bit better. He's now a legitimate 81. My quarterback set the single season record, or single game record for passing yards and didn't get a breakout. Oof. Davey Meltzer just keeps getting better. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he does. Let's sim this game against the Niners. A win confirms us in the playoffs. We are playoff bound. Despite selling, we are going back to the postseason in 2033. Oh my God! As we ooh, good for Josh Leach, man. He's up to star dev on the Bears. Like, I really am happy for that guy, but it was clear, like, we had to go with Dennis Payne. And it clearly wasn't a mistake. We won a damn Super Bowl with Dennis. But we are playoff bound yet again. 2 years removed from a Super Bowl. We're probably going to be the only team to make it from this division. King Tut. Bow down to the Tut. An 88 overall as a rookie. And again, he would probably be a 90 right now if I didn't use upgrade points the way that I do. Absolute monster. We literally said if we didn't take him, the Rams probably would, and they'd get the next Aaron Donald. And yes, that is exactly the comparison that you have to make at this stage. This guy's a prodigy. Let's go ahead and upgrade the O-line one more time, because we got playoff football coming up here very, very soon, and we're going to have to make a decision for who starts at quarterback. And I think you have to go with the guy that gives us the best chance to win, and obviously that would have been an X-Factor frickin' quarterback. Let's sim this final game of the season against Chicago and get the confirmation of who we are playing in the wild card round as we beat the Bears and we'll play the Bucks, but there is a new injury. Another playoff game against the Bucks. Who is the injury? Who is the injury? It's DeAndre McGee.